What's up guys, it's Zach and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about my favorite game of all time. I love talking about this game, and that is Luigi's Mansion. You guys already know how much I love this game. I don't even need to describe it. So obviously, realizing that this year is Luigi's Mansion's 20th anniversary was just wild to me. Like, I feel like, so excited, so happy to be a fan of this game now that it's 20 years old. Like, just looking back at how much this game has impacted my life, and how much I've played it, and all the different playthroughs I've done, and the different communities that have spawned because of Luigi's Mansion. It's just great, and it really shows the legacy that this game has had. Yes, of course, Dark Moon and 3 brought in new fans, but the original game is what started it all, and we wouldn't be where we are without it. So I think it is important to look back on it. I will be doing loads of videos in the future on Luigi's Mansion. I'm actually going to be talking about it in my ZakPak Direct, which is going to be taking place tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for that ZakPak Direct. And yeah, so today I'm actually going to be talking about what I think Nintendo's going to do, or what Nintendo could do with Luigi's Mansion in the year 2020, since it's its 20th anniversary. I mean, given that Fire Emblem got something for its anniversary last year, I would think that Luigi's Mansion might get the same treatment, or at least I would hope. So, without any further ado guys, let's get right into the video. So what do I personally think Nintendo's going to do with Luigi's Mansion? I don't think they're going to do anything. Personally, I just don't think they're actually going to have anything come out of Luigi's Mansion related. Maybe some like toys. That would be super cool to see some more Luigi's Mansion merchandise, like toys or clothing or something like that. That would be really cool to see come out for its 20th anniversary, but I don't really see them doing something like that. Now, there are some things I think are maybe possible, but I'm not sure. There are things I really think they should do, which is really what I should have titled this video, but I've already made the thumbnail, so I'm not even going to bother at this point. Because there are so many things Nintendo could do that aren't like huge things, but they make Luigi's Mansion fans feel appreciated, and it gives, a celebratory, feeling for Luigi's Mansion's 20th anniversary. So the first idea I have is just bringing the game onto the Nintendo Switch, which is obviously, the easiest and quickest thing to really think of. Bring the original Luigi's Mansion to the Nintendo Switch, which I think would be cool. I personally think it would be cool if they actually brought the 3DS version of Luigi's Mansion to the Switch. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to get at me for that opinion, but hear me out. Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS is definitely the definitive Luigi's Mansion experience. Sure, it's on the 3DS, so it's limited by the 3DS's controls, but if you fix that, you could probably have a decent experience, right? Because most of the problem, at least that I personally had, were the controls and sometimes how the game ran. On older 3DSs, this game apparently runs like complete poo-poo. I have the new 2DS XL, so I have like the newest model of 3DS, so I never experienced those issues. But if they polished up the game, maybe touched up the graphics a little bit, and maybe even like changed things a little bit to make it not a seem like a 3DS game, it could be really cool, and it could be the most definitive Luigi's Mansion experience to have on the go, better than the 3DS version. But, I don't think they're going to do that, personally. It doesn't make much sense to do it, in my personal opinion. I mean, I would love them to, but the other option, which is also completely possible, is, like, GameCube Online, but that's definitely not going to happen because, firstly, I never think GameCube Online is ever going to happen, but I also think if it did happen, it would have to come after the N64, right? So, that would definitely not happen this year either. So, it's really tricky to think of ways for them to bring Luigi's Mansion to the Switch, because yes, they could, of course, just remaster it, remake it, or just port the GameCube version, but I don't know if they're going to really do that. I don't know. There's also the idea a lot of people have had of remastering the first 2 games, bringing 1 and 2 to the Switch so that you can have the whole trilogy on the Switch, which I personally think is actually probably the best idea of them, because it's the most bang for your buck, But if they kind of reformat Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon or Luigi's Mansion 2, wherever you are in the world, to be honest, like, I was really thinking about this more and more. If they reformatted Luigi's Mansion 2 a little bit by taking out the mission structure and a lot of the padding missions, letting you explore the mansion a lot more, and just changing little things, and I was about to say I would love the game, but the boss battle still wouldn't do me, but I would probably like the game a lot more than I do now. Because even though the boss battles are pretty bad, in my personal opinion, the gameplay is actually quite decent. So removing the mission structure and removing all those restrictions on the player in terms of exploration could really make it a great experience. You know, it's got a good cast of ghosts, you know, like it's goofy, but it's not as goofy as Luigi's Mansion 3, so I'll take it. And yeah, it would be really, really cool to see Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon brought to the Nintendo Switch as well. But this is the first game's anniversary, so I'm going to mostly focus on the first game, but I did want to at least satisfy some Dark Moon fans there. But overall, bringing the original game to the Switch, while it would be nice, I don't think it's likely. The next idea I have is one it's probably the most possible of the ideas I have. But that's still pretty unlikely. And that's having Next Level Games make some Luigi's Mansion DLC. This is a pretty nifty idea in my personal opinion because yes, it doesn't bring the original game onto the Switch, but it shows appreciation. We don't need the original game to come to the Switch, as nice as it would be, to show appreciation. Showing appreciation is just giving it recognition and giving it the love it deserves. So I think a way to do that is by giving Luigi's Mansion 3 some Luigi's Mansion 1 DLC. Meaning not even like a new story mode where you get to explore the original mansion, not even that. For example, you can have like the ghosts. You can have DLC ghosts that are the original ghosts from the original game, where you can download them and then you can fight them in the Luigi's Mansion 3 mansion. Because we all know Luigi's Mansion 3's ghost variety is very lacking, so bringing in those original ghosts would be really, really cool. Or maybe even a single-player DLC thing. I mean, it's been like a year and a half almost since Luigi's Mansion 3 came out. It's very possible in that amount of time that Next Level Games could develop a single-player DLC. So having a Luigi's Mansion 1 DLC where you're exploring the original mansion, while I'm scared because of how different the art style Next Level Games are compared to the original game's developers, and the fact that Luigi's Mansion is very goofy nowadays, so it would probably completely ruin and change the atmosphere of the first mansion, I'll take that too. I'll take anything, like I said, that just gives the homage to the original game. I'll even take them doing like an update, like not even a DLC, an update where the mansion or the hotel gets decorated with some Luigi's Mansion 1 Easter eggs. Because there are some games, like I think Among Us might do this, and they're just games where, you know, certain times of year, it will, like the game will change and there will be little updates that add decorations, like mostly for holidays and such. Like I think Among Us might have some like Christmas decorations around during Christmas time and stuff like that. That is very, very cool, and I think that could work here, where they do an update where Luigi's Mansion 1 Easter eggs will be hidden all over the hotel. And, you know, I guess you can do a thing where you can go in and find them all, you know, and maybe get like a little trophy after you find them all, just to give people some replayability, you know, for Luigi's Mansion 3. I think there's so many different things they could do in terms of DLC for Luigi's Mansion 3 that pay homage to the original game. Will Next Level Games do it? Probably not, but it's a cool thought, you know, just like thinking of Next Level Games possibly doing something like that. Especially now that Nintendo own them, they can get a lot more funding and input from Nintendo. I don't know, anything's possible. And I think I mentioned earlier things like merchandise, giving some more merchandise, maybe some more t-shirts, you know, like shirts or sweaters or pants or pajamas, or toys like plushies, like stuffed animals, you know, or action figures, having a Luigi's Mansion action figure. Like, yeah, there's the Joyride one there. But that's a collectible item, right? It's very collectible. I'm not going to take it out and play with it. I mean, like one of those Jakks Pacific, or what are they? Is it Jakks Pacific? Those, you know, the World of Nintendo line. That would be super, super cool. Get Luigi, Egad, you know, some ghosts maybe, King Boo. That would be awesome to get a Jakks Pacific line of Luigi's Mansion stuff. Like even if it's Luigi's Mansion 3, like, I don't even care. Just get something Luigi's Mansion in terms of like actual action figures instead of a collectible one and a bunch of statues. Like that, so cool. Or other things like maybe a Lego set, or just, you know, other random things that they could do with Luigi's Mansion. Like, I know Luigi's Mansion is one of Nintendo's niche franchises, but with Luigi's Mansion 3, one good thing I'll give to it is that it really did solidify it as a legitimate Nintendo series. It's nearly on the top 10 best-selling Switch games list, and it's a relatively recent game. So the fact that it's almost in the top 10, and, you know, people love it, and it's the 20th anniversary of the original game, and lots of people had their start on Luigi's Mansion 3, or even Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, I feel like it's great to give the homage to the original game and bring it back. Bring it back, please. Please do that. Maybe some posters. Oh, do some posters, keychains. I don't know, just do something, Nintendo. It'll really bother me if we go this whole entire year and there's nothing of Luigi's Mansion that comes out. You know, not even the smallest little thing. Like, it... Please, Nintendo, please. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All the stuff down below. Click the little notification bell so you're notified of when I upload videos. And check out the merch store. There's some cool ZakPak merch up on there for you to check out. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.